Hi, I'm Christine Macavinta, and this is my week 6-7 presentation. The main question being, how do I view those I teach? And I have the expanded questions written here, but I'll go into them more with each slide. Okay, so the first question was, how do I help a student view themselves with the same potential I see in them? Basically, the answer that I got from my research and from the links I got through the discussion was, more of a religious one that we're all children of God, so we know that each of us has this great potential, and just treating students like they have that potential and treating them, I put in here, Heavenly Father can see the beautiful things about them as they are and not necessarily just their potential, so we need to treat them like we can see those beautiful things already and like they have a lot of potential, because they do, because both those things are true. And then there's this quote here that I really liked, helping our students believe, it's not from a church thing or anything, but it was a really good quote, helping our students believe in themselves when perhaps no one else does, and working with them to cultivate hope where seemingly there is none, are two of the greatest gifts an educator can offer to our youth. I just thought that was a really great quote from a source I found. Second question, how do teachers best keep the social, religious, and political ideologies of the students and teachers from disrupting the way they view each other? I chose this question because as a student in the past from high school and stuff, I live in California, I have noticed that certain people will be favored by teachers because of their political or social opinions, and it's something that always kind of bothered me, and I wanted to, just sort of face that question and look into it more. The main idea I got was when a student or, a fellow teacher or two students, I don't know how to phrase it, but when a student has an opposing opinion, instead of focusing on the content of their opinion, focus on the quality of it. So help them, get better at getting out their point, I guess. Respectfully, of course, and, if they are being disrespectful, teach them how to make their point without being disrespectful. One of the quote that I liked from a source was, we must celebrate diverse views without being the voice of bias. So, don't let it affect the way you look at them, because ultimately what their opinions are less important than the fact that they're a child of God. And like it says, don't be a voice of bias. So, every story has two sides to it. So help them see that too, that there are two sides to stories. And then my last question was, what is the best way to share observations and constructive criticism with a student? These are a lot more just like tips and tricks to help students. And the one that I liked the most, there's some on here that you can read, but the one I liked the most was relate the criticisms and observations that you make towards things that they care about. So if they want to make a lot of money in the future, they want to be rich, try to tell them that, you're not a super hard worker or you're not a very good studier, and if you get better at those things, then that will help you with your goal. Or, tell a kid your grades aren't very good and you have to get good grades if you want to, keep playing basketball or something. So I think that that's something that I never really thought about before, relating those observations you make to the students' personal goals. And, that's my presentation. Right, bye.